So we've had messages coming in, Ron Slay, as we say hello to you about the anticipation of this game. There's a huge game this evening for Tennessee basketball, so we're going to cover it all. We're going to go full speed ahead in the first edition of the SlayRide today. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm great. I'm loving being back. The people have been asking for it, so Ward and Swain, all we can do is give the people what they ask for, man. That's what we're here to be, a giver to the people. You know what I mean? We are the vessel that gives to the people over and over and over again. Kind of like Vandy, how they give us wins over and over and over again. So, I mean, I'm here for it.
How's the balance? Balance good? We good to go, Slay?
Yeah, you know what? Swain,
Okay.
the balance is good. I'm in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? I understand where we lie. You know, my hype level is there. My mature level is also there. Basketball, football, I'm ready to balance it all. I'm ready to dive into it. I don't think we've ever been able to start this early and really have games that are meaningful. We kind of paint the picture of what we need to see developed and things of that nature. But we ain't got to do that. Basketball's rolling, footballs are rolling, and you got guys that's out there thinking that they got an opportunity. And the receipts will be cash, Swain. You got to go to the window to deposit.
Where should we start here? Should we start about Ron's thoughts on the Florida game and then kind of transition into, basketball and how Tennessee played against who he just beat?
Rutgers.
Rutgers.
My bad. Played at Rutgers and then transitioned into Houston. I forgot about Rutgers. I ain't that sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ron, you're not surprised by it. This is how Swain treats those level opponents. Who was it? Kent State, Akron, Rutgers.
Who was that red school from up north?
My bad.
They had red in them as well. So you know how Swain feels about the red color teams.
Slay, I mean, your emotions, describe kind of how you felt during that Florida football game.
Man. Swain, listen, dog. First let me, I'll start there. I'll start with my emotions. But I got to address something in a minute. But
please,
I will start with my emotions. Man, watching the game, when they came out and scored on that opening drive, the way they scored, I was like, okay, this is a start. We were looking for a rhythm. It's established. You're also establishing the line of scrimmage. You're getting playmakers involved. You see what they're doing. You got two safeties back, so you're not beating your head against the wall this time saying, well, we're going to go deep. We can make an explosive play. No, we'll take exactly what you give us, and we'll turn it into whatever we want it to be, whether it's 5 yards, 6 yards, whether it's 10 yards, where you bust a big one, a big gain, and get on into the end zone. Whatever it happens to be, you were cool and content with controlling what you wanted to do. Then you came back out defensively. And I thought Florida had a little bit of will in them. And you made them go 3 and out. At that moment, I said, uh-oh. Now this can actually get ugly. Because we've all been on the side of being on a team that is, whether it be high school, pee-wee, whatever it is, a team that's looking forward to the end of the season, don't really have nothing to play for. If you break their will immediately, you got them. You can mop the floor with them. And I felt, man, that 3 and out, that did it. And then it was a play a little later when the play was broken and you were like, dang, man, they're going to get a chance. And you look back there in the backfield and there was a flag on the field. And you say, you know what?
Yep.
Yeah, they smiling down on us today, baby. Bring that one back and let's see you do it again. That right there set the tone for the rest of the game. The half more so than anything else. And I think that's the way you had to come out. You had to come out, be aggressive like they were, take what they give you, but also show, man, you're in control of this. You are the better team. War of attrition, we ain't got to wait on it to kick in. We coming out the gate with it. And you broke their wheel, and that was beautiful to watch. I tweeted during the game that I want to be the first person on earth to go hoarse while tweeting. Because I used exclamation marks over and over and over. I screamed in every single tweet in the first half, and I lost my voice. And luckily, I could use my words and the letters that were upon me to be able to get my feelings and emotions out, Swain. But I thought it was dope, man, and a long time coming. And like I didn't need it to go down there and be a close win, a field goal, walk off. I didn't need it to be into that. This right here was sweet, and this is what I needed to see.
It's also weird. Typically, the Florida game is early in the season. It's been late a couple times. 2001 because of 9/11, 2020, which was a lost, weird COVID season anyway. This one, there's an immediate transition to what is also not typical, a big Vandy week. So you're there in Nashville. You know what Diego Pavia said. You know about the personality of that team that he kind of helps drive. And Tennessee's trying to make sure they don't have an opportunity at the playoff. Tennessee's trying to finish strong as well. So they both have something to play for this week. You're in Nashville, too. So Ron Slay's with us. We're on the SlayRide thanks to Dead End BBQ. Transition with us. What do you think now? This Vanderbilt game, the build up to it, the talk of it.
Walking into this one right here, this is one of those that we usually have to, paint the pig in this one to make the pig look cute and say, all right, we're going to sell it. And this is a fantastic pig. It's not just the weight that it's holding, but look how pretty the pig. You ain't got to do that one. You ain't got to do that one. And the best thing about it, we don't have to do it. We being Tennessee, because they did it. They did this in the summertime. Hey, this was a long time coming. Like it's seldom that you as an athlete get the opportunity to get a peek in the locker room and hear what the players and coaches are saying about their team and how they feel about you. Like usually we hear Diego Pavia. He's loud. It is what it is. The man toes the line, walks up there. If somebody's backing him up or not, he's gonna say what he's gonna say, and he mean every word that he's saying. He's gonna try his best to back it up. The problem is, same basketball. You need 10 more guys to be out there talking the same way. And I will admit, a lot of them feel like that on Vandy, but we never been able to peek in that behind that curtain and see the coach talk this way. Because it ain't just the player that feels this way about this rivalry. We knew Clark Lee was raised here in Nashville. We understand Clark Lee. He went through the tough times of getting beat up by Tennessee. So it means something different to the guy. One of the greatest competitors I know coming out the city of Nashville. But, man, you never got to hear him talk about wanting to beat the ass of any volunteer that steps across that line. Well, it's here now, and we got to see it. And when it was circled on the calendar, usually – Tennessee, we get to look at the calendar and be like, okay, man, we got to take Florida, take care of Alabama. Okay, we got Oklahoma this year. We got to go get a road win. Got to mess around with this. And then we get to this game. And we're like, all right, let's walk into this healthy. It's state pride on the line. Let's go get it. No, they got it circled. They came out talking. So you guys wanted this to mean just this. So now you got to pay the piper. Like they told everybody. And salute to them. The Any Given Saturday, the documentary was beautiful. Man, I didn't know y'all really wanted to verbalize how y'all felt. Now we know. Now you got to go see this same team a little bit differently. On Rocky Top?
On Rocky Top.
Yep. This is one of them that listen. I told Ramon Foster and them on their show this morning. If I'm a captain on this team, I'm telling y'all when we walk out there for the coin toss, please continue to hold hands. Please continue. I don't need no hands free. Because when they ask us to come there and shake, I don't want to shake. I'll shake after the game. Two, I may swing at any moment.
Ron, that's not sportsmanlike.
Nah, ain't none. No, ain't none. Hey, you are absolutely Swain. You read right through it, Swain. You are absolutely right. It means a little bit more. The conference ought to be loving this. The SEC ought to be loving, because it just means a little bit more in this one right here. I don't care what they CFP, bowl game, none of that matters. Our records don't even. We both can be 0-11 walking in this game. Nobody cares. This means something different. The way y'all talk and the way y'all verbalize how y'all feel for the world to see, oh yeah, you got to go over the knee. you got to go over the knee, go in your room, lay down, cry, think about it, and I'm coming back in there to wake you up with the belt. That's what this one is. This one is much more personal than any other game in the past, and it just so happened to be the biggest game in their entire existence. So what better feeling to put a whole wet blanket over all of that and just crush them little dreams. The boogeyman's here, and it's time to meet him.
Yeah, there's a former Tennessee DB that went over there that was running his mouth a little bit early in the season. So we ain't forgot about what he said.
Yeah, Jordan Matthews.
Yeah, that's his
So
name.
did.
Yeah.
Show did.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Man,
Yeah.
and so this is the part that gets me. Like, you don't have to do anything to get up. Yo, you wanted our attention. you got it. You wanted to be for the state. Well, you got it. And you got to come up here for a fan base and a team, to me, that was looking for something to go out there and play for. Man, you got it. Like, you could have just been cool. And I'm going to be honest. Y'all could have snuck up and hit us with a right hook and our body wouldn't have been ready for it. We would have went down and looked up like, what the hell's going on? They ready to play for real.
Yep.
Ain't no sneaking up on this one. No sneaking up.
I peeked in the text box. Bobby says Slay always keeps it real. Bobby's in Jefferson City. There's no doubt about that. And Brandon is homesick today. Day just got infinitely better hearing the SlayRide is back on Josh and Swain.
Right.
We have a full hour. We will through the basketball season. We'll get to basketball as well. Huge game tonight out in Las Vegas, Tennessee against Houston. So Tennessee Vanderbilt week. We'll continue the conversation. We'll continue the Tennessee hoops talk ahead of tonight's game. And we'll do so with Ron Slay, VFL, SEC basketball legend on the SEC Network and ESPN as well this basketball season. We'll continue today at Frazier's Carpet One, Dead End BBQ, making the SlayRide happen as we continue this entire hour on the SlayRide. Thanks to Dead End BBQ on Sutherland Avenue, online, deadendbbq.com. After you eat all your Thanksgiving food on Thursday, you want to change it up, get some barbecue, you can go there. You can pick it up to go. They can cater for you. Your holiday event coming up, deadendbbq.com is the website. Chip in the text box. Slay has me want to hit somebody, especially a Vandy fan. Remember the laws out there, Chip. And Carrie in the text box, 12 out of 10 from Ron Slay in the first segment of the SlayRide talking about Vanderbilt. We're going to get some hoops in for sure. Big game this evening, 6 o'clock Eastern time tip between Tennessee and Houston. But as we kind of wrap up the Vanderbilt part of the conversation, huge week to close out the regular season. You've probably heard these comments. There have been several different comments made, by the way. We had somebody in the text box ask, catch us up a little bit. So, Ron, you're familiar with these comments from the summer. The very popular Bussin' with the Boys show with Will Compton and Taylor Lewan. As Swain and I noted yesterday, great job by Will, especially here. He knows Diego's personality. He pushes him there a little bit. But I think the setup was Taylor asked Diego about the state of Tennessee. University of Tennessee football has been king. What about Vanderbilt trying to push there? Here's what Diego Pavia said earlier this summer on Bussin' with the Boys.
Vanderbilt's going to run Tennessee after this year. Like, this is going to be the new staple of, like, college football is going to happen here at Vanderbilt.
Do any of you and the boys ever, like, talk about that? Like, we got to be the state school.
Well,
we're in Nashville,
this is
Tennessee.
what-
Like,
this is
we're
what-
in the Music City. Like, we need to be the brand of Tennessee.
Everyone wants to come to Tennessee because of Nashville. So they want to come to Nashville, so Vanderbilt. And then when we have, like, the most money in NIL, like, why not come here? So, like, we literally just have to win this year and throughout the rest of the year. It'll take care of itself.
You think Vandy will have the most money in the game?
I think we'll be up there,
Yeah.
but, like, it's Nashville.
Yeah, there's a lot of big hitters around here.
Yeah.
They just need a team to believe in.
Yeah. That's all they
They
need.
need Diego Pavia.
They need Diego Pavia. Will, they're hyping him up.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, man.
He
He
knew
the
exactly what he was
gas man.
They know
need Diego
exactly what
Pavia.
he was doing.
They need
so
Diego
good.
Pavia.
Swain, I'm going to be honest. If I could do the memes right now behind that and the people could see it, one would be the Russell Westbrook meme when he's, what?
Yeah.
That would be one. The other one would be Charlemagne and D. Rawlins when they fell out on the Breakfast Club. Just can't control their
Oh, yeah.
laughter.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, dog, okay, so what you're saying is right. You're absolutely right. People do want to come to the state of Tennessee, to come to Nashville, but it's always something that pulls them here. What's pulling them here to Nashville is the bachelorette parties.
It ain't
the time
Vanderbilt.
on Broadway. It's a great time down there. Anytime you got good events. The NFL when they had the draft. That was eye-opening. You had Roger Goodell here last week talking about, man, that stadium behind us was the only thing keeping us from not hosting a Super Bowl. So you absolutely right. Then when it comes to medicine, you're absolutely right again. Yes, they do want to come to Nashville. They want to go to Vanderbilt. Like, you're a staple for that. You're the Harvard of the South. Like, yeah, that's what they want to do. Yeah, come on down here. The problem is, what makes it laughable when you walk out the room is when you're talking about sports. You're talking about football. I'll give y'all. Okay, basketball, cool. Y'all, hey, man, y'all ought to have some greats walk through them doors. You know what I mean? Salute to guys like Perry Wallace, Charles Davis, like, you know what I mean? Dr. Williams, the former AD, rest in peace. Like, I'm here. Candace Storey-Lee's taking the torch and running with it. You hear me? I mean, setting it up, brought Shay Ralph in. You know what I mean? You got the great Chantel Anderson, Cherie Sams. When it come to basketball, Coach Byington coming on the heels of Kevin Stallings trying to get it right, kind of wiping out what Stackhouse did. Like, yeah, y'all got some Billy McCaffrey, Ronnie McMahon. Like, you hear these names I'm naming? This is basketball. This is a foundation. Like, I understand that. I used to sneak into the gym and watch it. I never snuck into the football stadium to watch y'all play football. I didn't do that. So when you walked off the bus right there, man, they probably was laughing and high-fived each other. Him and Taylor Lewan was like, fool crazy, ain't it, boy? Yeah, it's going to be good. Everybody said, oh, this gonna be good. This is going to go everywhere. You know how Tennessee fans going to be.
That's right.
So, mission accomplished. That's the only thing I take from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of them, and Ramon says it all the time, man. Swain, you understand this, dog. To make it to that next level, you got to be a little crazy to believe in your dreams. That don't mean they come true. I used to practice my autograph. And the teachers probably get mad at me, but they thought I was back there copying the assignment. I was practicing my autograph starting in the 7th grade because I idolized Deion Sanders, and I loved how he put the dollar sign through the S. So I used to practice that. So my autograph, I think, is one of the best around. You know what I'm saying? Because I practiced it so long, because I saw myself signing autographs, playing pro ball in the NBA, signing NBA checks. Yeah, my dreams were big. I didn't mean I was going to get there. I didn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? So, no, probably you have great ambitions. You know what I mean, the whole Vanderbilt staff, Clark Lee talked about it, being able to weed guys out that didn't really believe in the vision that he had. That was a whole process. Then getting players in that could believe in it, and they could all walk down that road together, arms locked in on. That is great. That's a dream. And y'all having a hell of a season, man. But y'all season and success has never been made off beating Tennessee. Let's not get misunderstood on this. Y'all success and the big spotlight came from beating Alabama, playing Saban on the screen. That's what you got. Keep that in the forefront. Remember, y'all was saying this last year and everybody laughed, and then y'all jumped out, kick return, touchdown, and everybody was boom, 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 hitting the pop out of Sailor Man horn. And everybody's like, uh-oh. And then, like we all do when we take naps, you had to wake up. And reality hit you like a ton of bricks. And at the end of the day, you had guys in the end zone putting on shows. Salute to Deontay Thornton. I mean, hey, man, this is a story we continue to live year in and year out, man. And you just built to it, man. So we appreciate you for that. Hopefully, you know, we get what, maybe 600 Vandy fans coming to the game, maybe. We would love it. We got some buildings we're trying to put up over there in the entertainment area by G10.
Yeah, there was a Vandy fan on Twitter, a couple weeks ago that tried to make the claim, hey, Vanderbilt fans bought the rest of those tickets to sell things out at Neyland Stadium. And Danny White sarcastically on Twitter said, sure, Thank you, Vandy fans. I'm sure that's what did it to close things out, as Tennessee has another sellout coming up at Neyland Stadium at home this weekend to close out the regular season. We have 2 more segments of the SlayRide presented by Dead End BBQ. They're fueling the SlayRide all season long. We will talk more. We'll have final thoughts on Tennessee Vandy before the hour ends. We'll get to Tennessee Houston. What Ron Slay has learned about this new look Tennessee basketball team, Jacoby Gillespie, Nate Ament, and the players that have gotten Tennessee to this point ahead of a huge game tonight. We'll get to that coming back. The Slay Ride will be fueled all season long by Dead End BBQ. We appreciate Dead End for helping make it happen. Dead End BBQ on Sutherland Avenue. And it's been a lot of football as it's the final regular season week. There's a lot of basketball to talk about, Ron Slay. You're on 3HL every afternoon. You're on the SEC Network and ESPN during the college basketball season. It's early, but what do you think you've learned so far about Tennessee? A big win yesterday over Rutgers in terms of how much they were able to put on Rutgers, and a huge game coming up tonight against Houston. What have you learned about Tennessee so far?
I'm finding they got some potent scores. That's one, and it's more than just one. Not like the past years. You know, you would hope that guys like Zakai would get hot. Josiah Jordan-James would get hot and kind of bring it. Santi would stay hot, but like you had Dalton Connect and Chaz Lanier, that you put the bulk of the load on, or the responsibility as far as scoring in bunches and kind of leading. You got this duo in Gillespie and Nate Ament that's kind of tough, man. I mean, I saw him early on in the season and kept telling everybody, like, be calm and just relax. Like, these are efficient scorers. You can tell the shots they're taking. There's confidence in those shots, and along with those shots, the offense will start to find open shots for them, whether that be in transition, coming out screens, whatever it is. And those shots will start to fall once they get used to the ball movement, body movement, where they can find their shots in the offense without having plays called for them. So that's one. The second thing is the depth in the front court, man. Like, the blueprint was put out last year with Houston and Florida, as far as having that depth in the front court, what it actually does, as far as fouls, being able to control paint, defending the rim, and just having a force that kind of shrinks the court. You know what I mean, with all of that length on the court. So that's the other part. Duke was another team that had that length that helped them get to that Final Four and knock on the door. So you look at that. That's one thing. And then a guy that's kind of being put on the scene as far as that other wing, Amari Abrams. We were waiting on somebody to kind of take the bull by the horns, and who can be that guy to play on both ends, be a threat on the offensive end as well. And that happened to be a guy like Amari Abrams. And it's not a slight or anything to Ethan Berg, who's coming off being able to score and have that savvy, old man European game a little bit to him. You also have Bishop Boswell, who's going to be able to be able to get a guy like Gillespie to slide to the wing. Those two guys playing together. But I like Amari Abrams, man. He gives you that sense of a Meshack right now. I'm waiting to see the athleticism, and you can see it in spurts. But the confidence in shooting and scoring the ball, he's one of those ones right now that looks like don't leave me open because I'm gonna knock it down. You can put all the attention you want to on Gillespie and those guys, but you leave me open and I'll knock it down. And then being able to have fourth we talked about the front court, but the inside scoring. So when things get bogged down and we go on those scoring droughts and we still trying to get pin downs and elbow shots and get a pick and roll and trying to get the lob. If you don't necessarily have that, can you throw the ball on the block and go get a bucket? I think you can with Carey. I think you can with J.P. Estrella. I think you can, especially with J.P. getting back into form. You saw it before the knee injury and going out, but you saw a little bit of glimpses of him getting back to where he was yesterday against Rutgers. Cade Phillips is going to be that electric energizer bunny playing off ball, dunker spot, being able to finish. And then Felix Akpara, who I think, man, don't get the ball enough yet. And it's hard because you got those two potent guys on the outside, but Felix, man, given every opportunity, he's proven that he can carry the load down low. And when I say carry the load, I'm saying a consistent 12 points alongside of whatever rebounds he's going to do, defending the basket, the lob dunks. I'm saying giving the ball, giving opportunities, getting to the foul line, knocking his foul shots down. This is stuff that is in the course of when I call your name and I need a bucket, go get me something that's advantageous to us to stopping these gaps of not being able to put the ball in the hole because we're relying on jumpers. So it's going to be a lot early.
What's going to be key tonight, Ron, as Tennessee plays Houston? We know their front court potent last year. Tennessee's front court potent this year. They still got the same guards, Hussein and Sharp. Those boys can straight stroke it. Great off the dribble, can create their own shot, can finish around the rim. Mm-hmm. What's going to be key for Tennessee outside of Gillespie? We know what he can do. And let's say if he does the same thing, Amit does the same thing, who's going to be the guy in the front court that's going to have to step up tonight?
Man, I think Felix is going to be one. I think Felix will be one, and I also think this should be a game for Jalen Carey. Like when you transfer in and you imagine and what he did to us last year when every time we faced him against Vanderbilt, being the physical guy, the offensive rebound, keeping second possessions, being able to guard multiple spots, and just that mentality. You got to be able to match mentalities with Houston because Kevin Sampson and Rick Barnes, like they cut from the same cloth. They have no problem with sitting their star freshman down, who's going to be a top 20 pick, especially in this part of the season, to sacrifice a win. Like, we don't care about you being able to go out there and score 30 points. If you can't do the things the way we want to right now, then sit down. We don't care nothing about that. But you also have experience in guys like Tugler. And that's what I would expect a guy like Jalen Carey to be able to bring, that physicality, that toughness, that relentlessness that you're going to have, and also being able to communicate in these situations. So Carey, I think, would be that guy. And we've kind of been waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? Like these first couple of games, it's been, okay, sit him down, prove a point. He gets the message. He comes back, 6.6 rebounds in 12 minutes. Like it's starting to flow. So I think this would be a great crescendo of where all of that messaging comes from, him going to go get his minutes. Because if he don't, you got a guy behind him in JP Estrella that wants to go get those minutes and wants to have an impact. So he's another guy. And Dwayne Brown, I don't know what Coach Barnes is going to do with him. Like, you don't want to go through the season with 5 front court guys, man. If you got an opportunity to redshirt one, you want to save one. But damn, man, he's keeping it hard to stay off the floor, man. Like, I can easily see him in a physical matchup when you take the leaping abilities out of the game because of the physicality of keeping bodies on him. He's a guy down there that can get the ball and work angles and get easy buckets. And if nothing else, get you in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? So to have guys, when they start to penetrate, being able to get fouled and go to the line and knock them down and separate the game or keep a game close and getting back in it.
Yeah, Ron Slay's with us. We have one more segment to go on the SlayRide. Just went through a ton of guys. That's going to be a difference in the conversation this season. The depth, the team competition, the options Rick Barnes and his staff will have to work with this season. That some good problems to figure out as this season goes along. Big game tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern Time tip-off as they're playing in Las Vegas. Tennessee against Houston, a top 5 team. Tennessee and Houston both 5-0 going into the game. We'll go into the final segment of today's SlayRide all season long, fueled by Dead End BBQ. We're talking to Ron Slay, an SEC basketball legend. Final segment of this week's SlayRide every Tuesday, 1 to 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks to Dead End BBQ, we will have Ron Slay with us, the VFL and SEC basketball legend. It is basketball season. We're in that transition time. There's so much going on, especially it's feast week on the table and on the court. So, Ron, through basketball season, people will be able to check you out as well. ESPN, the SEC network. What's the season going to look like for people to check out your on-screen analysis this year?
Man, the season cranks up next week for me. SEC ACC Challenge. I'll be in Bristol. I'll be on the big tube.
There you go.
Next week, yeah. So back-to-back days, talking some trash. Hopefully the SEC don't let me down. Know you're supposed to be neutral, but I can't help but to be biased. So I'm an SEC guy. So that's starting off, and then I think I go to Charlotte for SEC Network back-to-back days, 15th and 16th. Then end the year off, I think the 28th and 29th or the 29th and 30th, SEC. And then when conference season starts, that's when we'll be going back-to-back twice a week with either Tuesday and Wednesday or most definitely Saturdays from noon to midnight. So y'all make sure on them Saturdays, y'all, you know what I mean, stay up with me. I need you up, Swain. I need you to take some European espresso and everything.
I got you, Slay. You ain't got to worry about me. It's this guy next to me over here.
Yeah, the show started with Swain making fun of me for my 9 and 9:30 p.m. Bedtimes, but you know what? I'm going to DVR it at least. I will have the recording of the late night portion the next morning. I promise. So, hey, Ron, thank you for making the SlayRide happen. Dead End BBQ for making it happen. Also, a ton of texts today and before today saying, "Hey, when's the SlayRide coming back?" So that means a ton that people are looking forward to seeing and hearing you all season long.
Yeah, we're back to it, man. Vols fans, I got to tell you guys too, man. Temper your expectations and know exactly what you have going on. For the little small, minute Vol fans that were up there angry about a 20-point win in a place that you haven't won 20-plus years.
Don't get me started, Ron. Don't get me started, Ron. Don't get me started
right now. And I would gladly be the one to drop you all off on the Titanic and let you guys go. Like, we're going to get on the life rafts until they fix the boat. We getting back on it. But y'all can go on and float away like Leonardo DiCaprio did, or the little jewel that Rose dropped off in the sea. We don't need you. We cool.
Man, ain't that crazy, Ron? That was crazy.
I've never seen a thing like that in my entire life. That was wild.
Pure domination.
They put Florida to sleep early. Florida went into the second half saying, get us out of here as soon as possible. They completely shut them down.
They left. They were leaving in the middle of the second quarter. They had enough. The only thing that kept them in the stadium was the song. Don't back down. Like, come on, y'all.
And they backed down.
Yeah.
And they
backed down and backed on out of Ben Hill Griffin.
As soon as the song was over, Slay, they all left. Yeah. They stayed just to sing that song.
They should have been playing Back It Up Terry. Back It Up Terry. Get out of here.
Put it in reverse.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
You know we got that hot button for
That's
you.
It. That's it.
That.
Yeah. So, Ron, how do you want to finish out the last few minutes of the SlayRide? Final. How about we finish with Tennessee Vanderbilt in a moment? Final thoughts on Tennessee basketball, either for today and finishing up the Players Era Festival. Remember, money's on the line, so this matters to the players for sure. But
Absolutely.
You got big time competition, big time opponents over the next few weeks before conference play begins too.
Yeah, Tennessee basketball. Pay attention to detail. There's going to be a situation you walk into Houston, who you know likes to run the shot clock down, get the shots that they want. So offensive rebounding can crush you, make you stay on the defensive end that long. So get a defensive stop, get the rebound, and go get the shots that you want. This will be your second time being able to prove against a physical team just who you are. You saw it in Duke in the exhibition part of the season when you played them at Thompson Bowling. So now you get an opportunity to play against another physical team who will probably be right there at the end to see how you match up and the growth that you come from since playing Duke. So that'll be that part. As far as Vanderbilt goes, yeah, this one right here, this was personal, man. I do think Vandy's gonna go out there and score some points. They're a high-powered offense when Pavia is going, but to cut the head off the snake means a whole lot. So to take him down is going to be everything up on Rocky Top. I got the Vols winning 37-24. Getting on out of there and handling business, man.
How you supposed to celebrate though if you beat Vanderbilt? Like, I know our guys were gator jumping last week. They were excited, singing in the locker room. But this Vanderbilt's a better football team than Florida, but it's Vanderbilt. Are you celebrating the same? How you handling the win?
It's gonna be Swain. Is one of them things that I hate for kids to do when I'm training them, coaching them, or even when I'm just watching the game. Nothing irritates me more than palms up. What did I do? But I think for this situation, this is what we would have to do: is palms up on this one. Like, what did you expect?
Drugs.
Like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all knew what this was gonna be. It's one of them, man. Like, we're gonna go on and get ready. You know what I mean? Go work out, get healthy, get ready for the bowl game. You know what I mean? Enjoy our time. But I wouldn't be opposed to belts coming out either, because sometimes you gotta put some act right in, guys. You gotta put some act right in.
That's right. You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Reminders and lessons. That's what you want this week.
Man. Come on, why would we want anything else? Anything else, man? And I hope, man. I going back to the basketball part. I hope this is one of those moments, man, when Jacoby Gillespie gets on the heater and you start to put his name in the national conversation. You know what I'm saying? That 32 outpour that he had was amazing. You got to be able to carry that, especially in a tournament style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Early in the season like this. And then Nate Mint, dog, keep getting – you are the the most silent killer that we have ever seen. Like, the man is scoring 20 a game. And we had somebody call in on our show last week and say that with this Amit guy, like, what's all the 5-star hype about?
What?
I said, wow. I said, man. So that right there lets you know.
It's a football fan.
Yeah, it's a football fan.
It's a football fan. They don't know.
Dog, you can't be looking at the numbers at the end of game just because it's not thunderous dunks on people and swinging on the goal and things like that. It's the consistency over the entire game that you're getting, not 2 or 3 highlights. You know what I'm saying? The man's averaging more than Cam Boozer, Core Pete, all of these guys that you trying to rank above. He's averaging more than them on a veteran team. So,
Slay. Carmelo Anthony, as a freshman, averaged 22 points per game.
Yeah.
10 rebounds.
One of the great freshman seasons ever.
Ever.
Yep.
Ever.
Yeah.
Nate Ament averaging 20.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Says a lot, dog.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy what people do, man. I'll say.
Ron, happy Thanksgiving to you. Enjoy the rest of the week. Say hello to Don and Brent. Brent's my clean-shaven cousin with you on 3HL. So say hello to them as well for us, please.
By choice.
Yeah, either way. We both apparently had shaving mishaps last week. You know, so got to remind everybody about what's behind the beard every once in a while. We're trying.
Y'all look good, man. I appreciate y'all.
Dead End BBQ is making it happen each week. So next Tuesday, he'll be back. Ron Slay on the SlayRide. You'll see and hear him on ESPN and the SEC network through basketball season. We'll see what happens with Tennessee basketball closing things out in Vegas over the next couple of days. And then more big games to come. Syracuse and Illinois on the docket over the next couple of weeks. So big games that we'll be talking about before SEC play. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all, man. Happy Thanksgiving to Vol Nation. Y'all put some barbecue with that turkey too, man. Shout out to Dead End.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong dipping a little turkey in some barbecue sauce. That's a good idea, Ron.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll see you at Dead End, Ron. When you come to Knoxville, we'll break bread at Dead Barbecue.
I'll see y'all Saturday, baby. I'm in the booth with y'all Saturday.
All right, let's get it.
I'm going to find me one of the little peanut top hats. That's what I'm gonna be wearing.
Come on,
peanut top hat. I'm trying to get the one off the Commodore, but I don't know what his health situation might be. He might try to run, but I'm looking for one of them little top hats.
You probably need a clean one. I don't know where that one's been.
Right.
I don't want you to get sick before basketball season. You gotta go to Bristol a couple days. So
yeah, remember Swain has his security team up there in the box at each Tennessee football game. So see if they'll let you through, Ron, when you try to say hello to him. Hey, we podcast every show, so if you want to go back, if you missed any of the SlayRide, we'll podcast it and put it up on the Sports Animal YouTube channel so you can see and hear Ron Slay each week as well. Ron, thank you so much. We'll see you this weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week on the SlayRide.
No doubt. Appreciate it, baby. Go Vols.